Okay, so here we are outdoors. And as you can see, I've already prepped the chassis of the Reefers. Went ahead and gave them a little primer spray, Rust-Oleum rusty metal primer. And I've also covered the kingpins, if you will, or the pivot point where the trucks are bolted on, to make sure that there's no that the paint does not interfere with the swivel action of the trucks. We've also gotten the trucks also masked off where that contact point is. And I went ahead and put them on dowels so I can make it easier to spray paint them. I'll give the trucks one coat of the rusty metal primer, and then we'll proceed. Okay, there you have the rusty metal primer on the truck, and then top coated with the Krylon camouflage. Now this has fusion in it, which is for plastics, and it's a like a darker brown color. It seems to be the right color once everything is placed or mounted together. We have a good shot of the difference between the rusty metal primer, which is the lighter color, and the final color, which I'm using, which is the Krylon camouflage spray. Okay, and finally the last step is to take all the wheels and clean them out. Basically, I just use a cotton swab and some denatured alcohol. I'll just pick up some of the alcohol. Just go ahead and clean out the face of the wheel, just to get rid of any oil residue from the manufacturing process. And go ahead and do each one. Alright, the next thing I do once the wheels are cleaned, like Monster Railroad does, I use a Elmer's painter's marker, brown in color, or burnt cafe. And just go around it a couple times. I also do the face. Or the rim, the front rim around the wheel. Being careful not to do the part that rolls on the rail. And I'll just set this out, let it dry. I'll do the other side. Okay, so once I have the trucks painted, I will, some paint inevitably gets inside of the axle pocket. So what I do, I get from Micromark this truck tuner. It's basically just a two-ended spike with a cutting head on one side. Basically fit it into the axle pocket on both ends. Squeeze the ends of the axle pockets a little together. Slight amount of pressure only, and go ahead and spin it a couple times. What this does is it hones the axle pocket to the NMRA standards, which I believe is like 45 degrees or something like that. At the same time, it cleans out any paint that you may have, any residue from the painting process. You'll go ahead and pop your wheels back in. As you can see, it's still going. Now that's not bad for having no weight on and having that wheel turn this long before it stops. It does improve the rollability of your cars, which makes it easier on the grades and allows you to pull more cars at once. So you can still, it's still rolling. Once you're done with that, go ahead and mount the truck back onto the car. Make sure you squeeze the ends a little bit so that it's seated in place on these exact rail trucks. And once you replace your wheels, you're left with a very free-rolling truck. Still going. Let's see where it ended up. Yep. That definitely is a free-rolling truck there. Okay, for comparison's sake, here's a shot of two exact rail trucks. One unpainted and one painted with the Rust-Oleum Rusty Brown primer and the Krylon Camouflage dark brown paint, and the wheel being painted with the marker. I think it looks pretty good, especially for paints that will run you $2 or $3 for a spray can. You can do a bunch of trucks and wheels as opposed to using the Floquil airbrush spray. I would only use it for the trucks and wheels, and then later on weathering I can do with either chalks or faded Floquil paint in the airbrush. But overall, just as a primary color, I think it's almost dead on as to what it should look like. Alright, give me your thoughts.